Hey yo, what's up? It's Charles CG Sniper here, whatever, blah blah blah. Today I'm gonna teach you guys about where I'm going to be looking to profit take this bull run if we continue higher. Of course, it's all speculation of if the event happens. I'm not a financial advisor. That's the most important issue. This is just market commentary. I just want to make it painfully clear that I'm not an advisor and everything I say is my own opinion. It's just commentary of what I think could happen and by no means should be taken as real financial advice. All right, with that out the way, we can go to the Bitcoin dominance chart because that is the most important chart for me when we're talking about profit taking because that chart shows the strength of Bitcoin over our altcoins. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta reload the page. Wi-Fi is being mad slow. All right, while we do that, I'm gonna doom scroll on the TikTok and uh okay. Are we chilling? Bro, why is Bitcoin acting like this today? Okay, whatever. All right, okay. Now that we got that out the way, done with the doom scrolling. Let's go to the weekly. All right, perfect. So this is what we're looking at now. As you can see, we're forming some sort of floor here on the weekly for Bitcoin dominance to go higher. And I want Bitcoin dominance to go lower because that means our altcoins are having more dominance over the pair. So, for an example, let's say Bitcoin went up 10% in a day, but this chart is trending lower. That means our altcoins in general did more than 10%. They could have done 11, they could have done 20, they could have done 30. And a bull market, things get crazy. Let's go to the last bull market. That was in 2021. Where's the high at? Here we are. So this was the last bull market. Over here, bro. This right here, as you can see. And this was our floor. This was the profit taking area, right? Here and here. These were your areas to profit take that cycle. And so these are the highs from last cycle. And I would not want us to go back up here, right? Like, see what we see here on the weekly? You see how it swept and we come down. And then over here is when the real market started after we got that weekly structure break. And then here, this was that massive bull run. So if you were looking to take profits on this time frame or on this chart last cycle, it would have been at this double bottom for me, here, this low, and then this low. And we didn't even get all the way down to that low. But now I'm looking for new profit taking areas. And this is the lowest Bitcoin dominance has ever got, I think, at the 35% range, right? Yes. So here are my profit taking areas. Significant key lows, Like like here's one, here's one, this whole shaded area. Like this is where I'm looking, and then this ultimate low here. But it's all with relative, how do I say it? It's all based relatively on where we are at in the cycle, if that makes sense. Like let's say that we trade to here and Bitcoin is at like 80K, and this is before the election and a lot of other bullish catalysts. Then I probably wouldn't take a lot off here, and I'll wait to see how we'll react off here before I take. But this is like an area of where I would consider of taking some portions of profits. Like if I was to do a set plan, it would be like 30, 40, 10 moon bag, right? Like something like that. And all depends. Like let's say that we're at this area here, right? Let's say we do get there. Say we are trading here at this first area of profit taking. I could even add one here at this low, right? Like I could, like this could be area one, but I wanna, I wanna make some good money, right? Like I'm not here for this, bro. I want to get down here, the juicy stuff. That's where I'm looking to, take profit. So these are my profit taking levels, but it all is relative to where Bitcoin's at. Like if Bitcoin's at 80K here, but the event isn't in, and if Trump wins, that's even more bullish. Overall, I think we're going higher regardless of who wins the election. I see people saying that it's over for crypto if Kamala wins, and I really just don't think that's true whatsoever. I just don't think that the bull run would be going to such significant heights as it would if Trump was the election. But regardless, we're going to have a good bull run, in my opinion, not advice, of course. So, like, what I'm looking to see now is here's the week, right? I guess we have 5 hours, that 5 days, 5 hours, right? Until the week closes. I would have liked us for swept that high and then continue lower. So, what I'm looking at now, I'm going to actually grab, okay, where is this at? I don't know why it doesn't do this. Okay. I want to get the fib tool from the low to the high. And this is where I think we could do. I say we either, react off this low, this high here. I mean, my ideal scenario would have been this high here. We swept and then broke weekly structure, and that would have given me a lot of confidence for us to, go try. Because, look, we have not broke weekly structure this whole way up. Like, even when we had that rally in February or March or whatever, where was it? Like here was the we're still trading higher. Like we haven't had a significant alt season, but here, as you can tell, since July, it's just been extreme Bitcoin dominance. There has not been a single bearish candle or a single bearish, weekly break of structure on this time frame, right? I mean, the same here, right? Nothing significant. That's like some proof. But here, let's go all the way back to, the last bull cycle. Here's that low that would have needed to be breaking, right? Like we're chopping, chopping, chopping. And let's say you entered up here. I mean, yeah, you're doing fine. Most likely your alts are still overall dominant. We have not got that significant break. But here, where was it? March 2021. There it is. That was the signal. That was the bull run indicator. So we'll go to a couple pairs and look, but there it was, March 2021. And that's where you would have gone. And then for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of just pure euphoria where your alts are just doing insane numbers. And then here was that blow off stage. But yeah, I mean, that's if you were just trying to time positional entry. Me personally, I like that sweep. That what I really like is, okay, you sweep this high. It's a big high. This was the high from the 19 Bitcoin dominance. And then here you see that week close within. Then you could find your way into the daily and look for something else, right? That like here Bitcoin is extremely dominant. So what would I like to see? Well, first of all, we had a daily break of structure here on Bitcoin dominance, which is really important. And then we had this gap, we retraced, and then we broke this again. So here would have been my real entry. I could have either entered here. There were 3 entries you could have taken if you want to be risky. Entry number 1, here. Entry number 2, retrace into the imbalance. Entry number 3, on the close of this candle here. So if we're typing out these dates, it goes, all right, here we go. Jan 2021, what would this be? All right, January 4th, 2021. Here, January 8th. And then here, Jan 16. Wait, what is this? Jan 16. And then we're going to go back. So I'm going to save this, copy it. And now I want to go back to where we're currently at, right? So let's go all the way back to where we are. There's the profit taking areas. You see, I wanted us to sweep this on the daily and then break from here, and we didn't get that. So until if the weekly closed and then we got that daily break, I would have felt a lot more confident in loading up. But the fact that we haven't gives me reason to believe we're going to continue probably back into this imbalance or here into the 60s. So that's all I'm seeing. Okay, let's go back to those dates. Jan 14, 2021. Let's go to, okay, let's find an altcoin that did well last cycle. Sol. Jan 4, 2021. Right? Okay. Okay. Here it is. Here's our altcoin last cycle. 2021. Let's say you wanted to find an entry. Here's Sol. Here is Jan 4th, 2021. A $2.5 Sol. Right? So here's entry one. What was the other day? Jan 8th, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here's Jan 8th. A $3 Sol. And then the next day was Jan 16. So let's try to find that. A $3.4 Sol. So this area. So if you did that, holy man, you would have done extremely well. And it rid all the way up into when? November 2021. Let's go back to that Bitcoin dominance chart. Where were those lows at? November 2021. So here's May, September. Where's November? November, here. So there it is. There's the lows again. And it's showing you in real time what to do. So that's what I'm looking for. That's how I'm going to profit take. And that's how I'm going to time more entries as well using the Bitcoin dominance chart. I wanted this to happen. We haven't really got it yet. But I mean, hey, if we this week come and take out this low substantially, then that would be a good sign for something. Sol, by the way, is not looking the greatest. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of upset with where we're at, especially considering where my entry was at 140. I mean, we're at 148 pretty much, but I mean, it's kind of annoying. I just don't want us to come and test this 137 level. That would really be annoying. But it's looking more and more like the case. It's just that we went up so fast on Sol. We went all the way to the 0.618 retrace zone, literally pretty much immediately, right? And then now we're trading lower. So, and Bitcoin's at 60.1K. Alts are doing mid. Brett's still the best. I mean, my Sol entry's still fine. I'm probably gonna, do something. I believe that the bottom for Sol is in here. Like this on the weekly point of time frame that we, took this and then, kept that range low on Sol and then closed back within like 128 and we're pushing higher like this. The only thing I really don't like that the chart is showing me, and I know this is not point of video, but you see every time we did this, we came back to retest the range lows every time before that big explosive level. Like we had the initial wow, that actually looks so similar every time. I might actually have to close my trade after seeing this. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That actually, I just noted this just now. Every time we had this rally, right? Wow. Oh, same here at the top. We would come up, make some substantial break, come retest, destroy, retest, retest, lower. Yeah, we're just trading in a range here's point. But look, we would come up, break, retest range lows, and then we would get that rally into like 188, 188, 190, break, lower. We think bottom is in here in June. We're doing fine. Okay, okay, okay. No, retest, range lows. This time we all thought the bottom was in for real. On the 5th, we had that crazy run up here. No. And now we have another crazy run up. Are we going to retest again? The thing is, I'm betting that we're not, right? Like, on my point of view, I just can't bet that we are. Here's my sole profit taking levels, by the way. Oh, yeah, that's right. How to profit take on short term, long term. Okay, short term, I'm actually moving this. This was the manipulation leg. You always do it from the manipulation leg. So I believe that was the bottom. Here's the manipulation leg. And here are my profit taking levels on Sol, just based on that leg from the fib. And it's all lining up pretty much, pretty well. Targets are lining, things look good. So what I do when we get a big substantial move like this, I get the bottom to the top here. This is the manipulation. This was the leg of manipulation, correct? This was the leg that shook out traders, made people close positions. Just a bunch of manipulation in the markets from July 24th here, this blow off top, right? We swept this high and then we just immediately, you know, yeah, we swept, broke structure. We immediately went lower. Now we're doing the same. I really would want this week to take this, but I would take the low and the high on my fib tool, and I have these standard deviation projections of where profit taking occurs. So the all-time high is here. So this is where I expect the next leg up to go before some sort of retrace, and that would take us all the way into, like 500s. So I'm good with that. I took that RR. That's why I took it. But and my stops are at one are here at this double L, like 120. That's where I have my stop. So, I'm really actually considering moving my stop to break even at this point. Because if we come down and retest 140, where my entry is, I just don't want to be in drawdown. We went all the way to 164, 165. I just don't want to be in drawdown and risk a loss. So I'm probably going to put it there, most likely, yeah. But that's how I do it. And then I have the fib from the bear market low, pretty much to the high. So that low is around 20, high, and I have all those projections set up. And yeah, that's what I expect for Sol. But I mean, that's only if Bitcoin trades higher. That's pretty much all I'm doing on my trades. This is what I'm looking for, daily break of structure to be significant. I mean, every time we've had a run on Bitcoin, it's been when we've had a big daily break structure. Like, I'm actually going to prove the point. When was our main alt run? March something. Where's March? It wasn't the 5th. I'm trying to remember when it was. Actually, I guess we haven't really had a main alt run. Okay, here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like even on the daily on Bitcoin dominance, we just haven't had much, right? It's just been pretty much stagnant and trash. And that's the problem. As you can see, there has not been an alt season because we have not gotten anything substantial. That's why our alts just have not moved. That's why we're still in literally stagnant and horrible PA. We're not moving. We're just sitting still. That's the problem. That really is the problem. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix our alts here because damn, they look horrible. ETH BTC, you know, ETH is actually having some strength over Bitcoin, making me kind of think it might revive itself from being a useless chain. This, by the way, the VIX is really important. If you ever want to know when to time an entry and when things are looking good, every time the VIX, spikes above the 40 range, like over here, 40, 45 range, that's usually a time to enter. And the market is usually, statistically, the market always rallies after the VIX spikes up like this into the 45, 50s, 60s. Like the last time the VIX had a spike up that big was when COVID, and this was the highest it ever was. COVID, and then we had one of the greatest crypto bull markets ever, and equities and everything was just going bullish, 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 bullish. It was perfect. And what did we see? Well, we saw with that yen crisis. Once again, we wicked really high to 65. It's the second highest I've seen on this chart. And now we're having that Bitcoin equities rebound. And I expect it to continue. The VIX, statistically, this usually happens on the VIX. All right, now what I see, Sol, Bitcoin, I'm just brain dumping here. Here's that retest, right? And I would like us to, I actually would not like us to break this candle. Now what I'm looking for is some sort of, we underperform, now we outperform. Bitcoin is overperforming Sol again. And I want us to break this high and just, continue our way higher. And here's another more profit-taking areas for Sol over Bitcoin. So you compare all the charts together, Sol over Bitcoin, Solana in general, and when all three line up to where the profit-taking level occur. Okay, let's say that within the next couple weeks, we see Sol Bitcoin do something like this. So we're here on Sol Bitcoin at the -2 standard deviation, almost at Sol Bitcoin. Okay, let's say we get here. Sol Bitcoin all-time highs. Let's say we're here, but then we say Solana's at 300, but the Bitcoin dominance is only, like here or here at that 50 level where I don't even care about it. Then I might not even take the profit, right? Because I expect it to go all the way lower. From the last bull market, I've seen alts do crazy and much more. So if Sol is only outperforming, but the other alts aren't, then maybe I'll wait for them to catch up and have this kind of chart give me a little cheat code to when I want to start, unloading the actual position. So for now, I'm kind of just chilling. I'm not really wanting to do all that. I'm just gonna kind of leave it like this. What I'm looking for is a big bullish week on Bitcoin. I just want to liquidate the bears. You know what I'm saying? Solidify that was the bottom. We have not got a strong solidification on bottom PA in a long time. We just haven't. We've always chopped at something, but I just want it to be bam. That's it. That's the bottom. And that's it. And once we get that, I'm confident and we're chilling. So that's pretty much all I do. I hope the video was useful. I know I yapped my ass off. My bad. It's going to be a long ass video. If you watch it, I love you at the bottom of my heart and I hope you all the success. Thank you for watching. Peace out.